This is a recorded presentation that all juniors class of 2026 received in March 2025. This presentation is about preparing for life after high school. We will discuss two-year college, four-year college, and alternate career plans. The agenda for today: preparing for four-year college, so we will touch on college research and the application timeline, building a balanced college list, testing, the ACT and SAT, financial aid, college entrance essays, and letters of recommendation. For two-year college, we will talk about community college overview, the benefits attending a community college first, and transferring in the TAG program. Finally, we will touch on additional career opportunities and resources available. So during their junior year, students should start researching colleges that they're interested in. Ideally, this would start in the spring of your junior year and would continue through the summertime before you start senior year. Students should start creating a list of schools they would be interested in attending. Students are able to add schools into their Naviance account under the Colleges I'm Thinking About list, or they can keep track of their schools they're interested in using a tracking tool of their choice. We also have an example linked on the PowerPoint. By the start of senior year, counselors recommend that students should have a list of about 20 schools they would be interested in applying to if they plan on applying to four-year college. Once senior year starts, students need to start focusing on their four-year college applications almost right away. In August, students will receive the college application process presentation in their adulting class. In September, senior meetings will start. Each senior will receive an individual counseling appointment with their counselor to discuss college and career goals and the application process. Starting in September through December, students should start working on their college applications if they plan on applying to four-year colleges. December 2nd, 2025 is when the CSU and UC applications are due. By December of 2025, students should have entered all the schools they plan on applying to in their Naviance Colleges I'm Applying To list. This is an important part of the college application process because counselors use Naviance to send documents to the schools where your student or you planning on applying. Therefore, you need to make sure that every school that you plan on applying to is listed in your Naviance account. There will be a separate video to show you how to utilize and access Naviance. March 3rd, 2026 is the deadline for the FAFSA application, the free application for federal student aid. The application is open October 2025, and you have until March 3rd to submit it. Students should begin applying to private and out-of-state schools in September, but their due dates vary. So it's the student's responsibility to review each college campus if they're planning on applying private or out of state to determine when the due date for that specific campus is. It's important to build a balanced college list if you plan on applying to four-year colleges. There are four categories when we're talking about a balanced college list. Safety schools. Counselors recommend students apply to 2 to 3 safety schools. These are going to be schools that you or your student genuinely like, where your academic profile, so we're talking about your GPA, test scores, and rigor of coursework, is stronger than that of the average accepted students. So these will be community colleges, local CSUs, or admissions colleges with admissions rates that are higher than 60%. For target schools, we recommend students apply to about 3 to 4 target schools. These are going to be schools that you genuinely like, where your academic profile, so your GPA, test scores, and rigor of coursework, is similar or equal to that of the average accepted student. A target school varies based on the student's academic profile. Any school with an admissions rate lower than 26% would not be considered a target school for any student. Reach schools, about 1 to 2, this is an optional category. These are going to be schools that you truly love, where your academic profile may not match the typical accepted student. For example, maybe the typical accepted student has a 4.5 and you have a 4.2. That school would most likely be considered a reach school for you. This is going to be most of the UC campuses and schools with an admissions rate around 20%. Another optional category is the lottery category. The lottery category is similar to reach schools, but these schools are so selective that even the strongest academic profile will not guarantee admission. You could kind of think about it as you will only win the lottery if you buy a ticket, or you will only have a chance of admission if you apply to the campus. These are going to be campuses like Stanford or other Ivy Leagues, or schools with about 5% admission rate or lower. Let's talk about the different types of four-year colleges. There's the University of California, also known as the UC campuses. These are public schools in California. The requirements to apply are completing your A through G requirements and having a 3.0 GPA or above. The CSU and UC system uses a specific GPA to apply. If you use the link you see on the screen, it'll take you to a PowerPoint presentation that shows you how to calculate your UC CSU GPA. It is not the same GPA that you're going to see on your high school transcript. There are 9 undergraduate campuses across California. Tuition for a full-time student is $14,934 plus the campus fees of that specific campus. Our other public system in California is California State Universities, or the CSUs. The requirements to apply are having your A through G requirements completed and a 2.5 GPA or above. Again, the CSU system uses a specific GPA that you can see linked on the screen to determine how to calculate your own specific UC or CSU GPA. Students with a GPA of 2.0 to 2.49 will be considered. There are 23 campuses across California. Tuition for a full-time student is $6,838 plus the campus fees of that specific campus. There are also private and out-of-state schools. The requirements to apply vary significantly. Students must check the college's website or reach out to an admissions counselor to determine if you are eligible to apply. The cost of tuition can also vary significantly. Out-of-state schools will require students to pay out-of-state tuition in most cases, which significantly increases the cost of tuition. Private and out-of-state schools will most likely be more expensive than attending a CSU or a UC campus. In most cases, you are looking at about $30,000 a year or more depending on the campus. Mountain House High counselors advise based on the UC CSU system. If you are interested in attending a private college or out-of-state college, you are required to conduct your own research to determine the requirements and process to apply. Let's talk about testing. If you plan on applying to UC and CSU campuses only, you do not need to take the SAT or the ACT. It is not required to apply to a UC or CSU campus. They will not even accept it as part of your application. Private and out-of-state campuses may require the SAT or ACT to apply. However, many are test optional. Again, it's the student's responsibility to check the admissions requirements for the schools that they plan on applying to determine if that private or out-of-state campus does require the SAT or ACT in order to apply. You can use the links on the screen to learn more about SAT registration and SAT resources, and also ACT registration and ACT resources. Students will release their scores directly to the colleges that they apply to. Considering how you're going to pay for college is an important part of the application process. The free application for federal student aid, also known as the FAFSA application, is the form that all seniors are required to fill out to receive financial aid from the federal government to help pay for college. You could potentially be offered grants, which is a free form of money that does not need to be paid back, scholarships, another free form of money that does not need to be paid back, work study, which is an opportunity to work for the campus you are attending and receive funds in the form of a paycheck, and then also school loans. School loans will eventually need to be paid back. Students who plan on attending college starting in fall 2027 can start the FAFSA application as early as October 1st, 2025. The link to the application is provided on the screen. Keep in mind, the last 2 years, the FAFSA has been delayed to start in December, so it's always possible that for this upcoming year, they could delay the application again until December, but at this time, as far as we know, the application will be available starting October 1st, 2025. We also recommend students research and apply to scholarships. There will be local scholarship opportunities on Naviance under the colleges tab. Students can review those scholarships throughout their senior year and apply to any that may apply to them. There's also the National Scholarship Search Engine, fastweb.com, linked on the screen. Students create a profile and scholarships will be filtered out that apply to them. If you are interested in attending school out of state, we recommend looking into the WUI Scholarship or the Western Undergraduate Exchange. This scholarship allows out-of-state students living in the Western Hemisphere, so California residents count, to apply to campuses and receive discounted tuition. For some schools, out-of-state tuition could be similar to a CSU or UC campus. If you use the link on the screen, you can see which campuses participate in the Western Undergraduate Exchange. This is going to be campuses from the states of Nevada, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, Alaska, Montana, but it's best to use the link on the screen to determine which campuses in these states offer the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, also known as the WUI Scholarship. College entrance essays. CSU campuses do not require a college entrance essay. If you plan on applying to any UC campuses, they do require students to submit the personal insight questions. There are 8 questions to choose from, and students have to choose 4 to answer. Each response must be 350 words or less. These 4 responses will go to every UC campus they plan on applying to, whether it's one campus or all of them. Please use the link you see on the screen to access the UC essay guide. This is something we recommend starting now through the summer, so you have a good outline for when you start your senior year. For private or out-of-state universities, some private or out-of-state universities may require essays. It's the student's responsibility to determine which campuses have this requirement, and the topics may vary. Some private colleges you may be able to apply to through Common App. Common App has essay prompts that are available now. If you use the link on the screen, you can start reviewing Common App essay topics and start writing practice essays that you can utilize next year during application season. Letters of recommendation. If you plan on applying to UCs and CSU campuses only, they do not require letters of recommendation. It will not even be accepted as part of your application, so please don't request them from your teachers unless you absolutely need it. For some colleges, private and out of state, they may require a letter of recommendations from teachers and/or counselors. In their junior year, students may want to start their research to see which campuses may require a letter of recommendation and start having conversations with teachers and counselors about the future need for a letter of rec. But official commitments should be made at the start of senior year. We will discuss letters of recommendation and that process in more detail at the start of senior year during your senior presentation. Mountain House High School counselors would like to address private college counselors. Many students are choosing to work with a private college counselor, and the Mountain House counseling team would like you to be aware of a few things. Private college counselors do not have to have any training, credentials, or experience in the college sector to advertise themselves as a private college counselor. It's possible they have no experience or related education in this field. If you are going to work with a private college counselor, make sure you are doing your research. What experience or education do they have in order to provide accurate and relevant information? Oftentimes, we see students report back to the Mountain House counseling team information that they may have heard from a private college counselor. And a lot of times this information is inaccurate or the student has been misinformed. So this is something that we want you to be aware of and cautious of. The college field is rapidly changing and there are updates every year. It requires an individual to stay on top of their knowledge and education to know the most accurate and updated information. Mountain House High counselors attend trainings every year to ensure that they are advising students with the most accurate and updated information, and we want to ensure that you are working with individuals who are providing you with the same. The counseling team is not telling you not to work with a private college counselor. We just want to ensure you are making informed decisions and working with individuals who have background and experience in this field. Please keep in mind that the Mountain House High counseling team is here to support your college application process. Here on the screen is a list of some of the things that we will be able to support you with throughout your senior year. Application guidance and support, individual appointment to discuss goals, advise on major choice, and recommend target and safety schools. College essay writing sessions, we offer multiple throughout their senior year fall semester. College application workshop support, we offer multiple sessions throughout fall semester of senior year. Individual questions addressed by students and by parents, and support with college research. If you are interested in being a college athlete, you should reach out to your counselor as soon as possible if you haven't already. Let's talk about preparing for two-year college. Students can start submitting applications to community colleges starting in January of their senior year. Students can choose to earn an AA, an Associates of Arts, or AS degree, Associates of Science. Students can take courses in a specific area to earn these degrees. Students may want to stop their education after completing community college, which is totally up to them. Or you may decide to transfer to a four-year. Students would work with a community college counselor to complete general education courses and then transfer to a four-year college. This takes about 2 years if you are attending community college full-time. Community colleges may specialize in certain areas or have specialized programs. For example, Delta has an agriculture program. It's important to do your research to determine which community college is the best fit for you based on your goals. You do not need to take the SAT or the ACT in order to apply. Students just need to focus on earning their high school diploma. On-campus dorms and living is available at some community colleges. There are many benefits of attending community college first and then potentially transferring to a four-year. It can be a huge money saver. If you were thinking about attending a private or out-of-state college and you're thinking about paying $30,000 a year, you could potentially save $60,000 or more by attending community college first and then transferring to that private or out-of-state school for the final 2 years. It's also a great opportunity for students who have not decided what major or career that they would like to pursue. You have the opportunity to explore multiple different subjects at a reduced cost in order to determine which career path you're most interested in. It's also a great opportunity to earn technical skills and certificates for students who are not interested in attending a four-year university. There's programs related to almost every field. For example, healthcare, transportation, construction, energy, information technology, and so much more. Many of these programs are campus specific. Please do your research to determine which campus is going to be the best fit for you. Students might be interested in attending community college first and then transferring to a four-year college after about 2 years. If you are interested in transferring to a four-year university to complete a bachelor's degree, you would complete what's called the IGETC plan, IGETC plan. And then you could benefit from the TAG program, also known as the Transfer Admission Guarantee. There are two links on the screen. One link will show you information about the TAG program and the participating UC campuses. The other link on the screen is the link to Delta College's IGETC plan. This plan shows you the requirements that you must complete in order to transfer to a four-year college. Students can also apply to schools outside of the UC system and transfer once the transfer requirements have been met. You're going to work with a community college counselor or advisor to determine which class schedule and structure you need in order to facilitate the transfer process. They will be able to help assist you with the transfer process and help you with applications when it comes a time to apply to four-year campuses. Maybe you're not interested in attending 2 or 4-year college. There are many apprenticeship programs available in California. An apprenticeship is a job opportunity where you would be hired by an employer, and while you are training or earning your certification, you will be paid for the education you complete. Once you complete your education, typically you are hired on with the company full-time. You can see a list of multiple different apprenticeship programs that are available here in California with a link to their website to learn more information. If you don't see something on here that you're interested, you can use the link in the top right-hand corner, which will show you all apprenticeship programs available in California. These are great programs for students who are interested in joining the workforce a little bit more quickly. There's also additional career pathways outside of an apprenticeship program, 2-year college, and 4-year college. Maybe you're interested in attending cosmetology school or esthetician school. There's 2 local schools we have in the area, Adrian's Beauty in Tracy and Paul Mitchell Modesto. Both of their websites are linked on the screen. There's also the Institute of Technology. The link to their website is on this screen. Their programs include culinary, criminal justice, medical, technical, welding, and so much more. If you're interested in specifically welding, you could look into Cal Trade Welding or the Institute of Technology Welding Program. If you're interested in construction, there is a construction management school available in California, also linked on the screen. The Kaiser Permanente School of Allied Sciences and Health allows students to finish programs that will take you about 1 to 2 years. You will earn a certificate in fields such as radiologic technology, sonography, nuclear medicine, medical assisting, and many other options. Their website is also linked on the screen. Maybe you're interested in joining the U.S. military. There are local recruiting offices in Tracy, and you can discuss with a recruiter for different branches on their career opportunities. Some of our upcoming support and resources. We are having College Night on March 4th and March 5th. If you use the link on the screen, you will see the different presentations that will be offered with the links provided. All of these will be virtual and they will be offered after school. We will have an apprenticeship and trade fair on April 23rd. This will be hosted during Success and Lunch, and you can sign up on FlexTime Manager. The counseling blog under college workshops has multiple video recordings of past presentations with helpful resources. The UC Personal Insight questions is a great thing to start if you plan on applying to UC campuses during senior year. The instructions and the questions are linked on the screen, and you can start writing sample essays now. There will be a college fair hosted in fall 2025 with colleges from across California and the United States attending. And there will be representatives available to give you more information about their specific campus. There is information on how to log into Naviance and use those research tools linked on the screen. College Board is a great resource for college admissions, scholarships, SAT and ACT prep. The FAFSA application is also linked on the screen. FastWeb Scholarship Search, where you can create a profile and search for scholarships that apply directly to you. And then also the Western Undergraduate Exchange, also known as the WUI Scholarship Finder, where you can find schools that are out of state that offer the WUI scholarship.